Okay, so this is one of my favorite days working out recently. This is from November 12th. It's currently November 29th as I'm doing this recording. I had on a whim to practice this arm variation, this arm setup where I have one arm in forearm and the other one, I don't know, push-up position. I don't know what this is called. But as you can see, the placement is terrible. My left arm with the fist way too far forward for proper balancing. But I was really like, whoa, I could kind of hold myself up a little bit. I'm using the wall to, get myself up there. But I feel like there's potential here, especially because I injured my wrist in 2022 and they have not recovered since. They have less pain now, but I still can't really put weight on them. So my left wrist is not as bad as my right one. My right one is like zero opportunities for that. But you can still see here in that last video, my arm was still in the wrong position. This is much better. The way my arm is now is much better. But I can put some weight, at least I noticed here, just a smidge of weight on my left wrist. I'm still actually doing the majority of my strength is actually coming from my left shoulder and my right side. My right side's doing the bulk, but my left shoulder is working, and a little bit in my whatever other arm muscles there are on the left side. They're practically non-existent because I can't practice handstands, traditional handstands. Anything that requires my wrist to be flat on the ground is like almost impossible for me. See, here I'm trying like, oh, can I do a handstand? No, literally immediately no, because it's way too painful. But this is doable for me. I just have to work on the strength and the confidence part. I think it's mostly a confidence thing, like trusting myself, because I'm actually why my wrists are injured, because I was practicing handstands incorrectly and before I had any strength that I needed, and I just messed up my wrist like that. It's a whole story that honestly is extremely traumatizing, but this was a good day because it made me think like, hey, maybe things will get better. So now, after I had my fun with that, I'm just going and working on my back bends today. Back bend flexibility was the priority of the day. I like getting real close up to a wall or a shelf and just kind of letting me rest on it while I deepen bends in other positions. This is me playing around with the hollow back shape and dropping in like this from, I don't know how to explain this pose, but basically when you're in this kind of pose, your legs are like completely weighing you down. So it's kind of like it's a strength exercise and a flexibility one. And it takes a lot of core strength because you could easily fall into a back bend doing that. This is not my best one of these, but whatever. Okay. Here I was also just playing around with trying a little bit more of the chest stand. It's a very hard pose to do, but I don't want to I'd rather work on it baby steps now consistently versus like when I'm completely ready to try. I just I like to do what I can when I can. It's such an intense stretch in the lower back, so this was still like pretty decent for me. Once I have more back flexibility, I'm pretty sure I will be able to drop down into it, which I have attempted one time so far. And like basically one time, I mean like in one exercise routine day. I have the strength for chest stand, but I don't have the flexibility for it yet. It looks funny because it looks like nothing, but it's like excruciating. Not like in a negative pain way, but just like in a like, whoa, my body isn't super loose for that kind of way. This is me more deepening my pincha poses, focusing primarily on the back. And a lot of back bends, you also need to stretch your legs. Like there's upper hamstrings you need to stretch to push your legs down, and then your hip flexors and your quads especially need to be open. And I can't tell you, I do not stretch those, and I really, really need to. And the only reason I don't stretch them is because it's so intense, because it's neglected. But it will help me increase the ability basically to put my feet on my head, because that's kind of where the stretch comes from. It's not just all your back, like when you're upside down like this or whatever, you're doing a back bend, your leg muscles can help you. Like it's kind of like if you're in a split almost in a different, I don't know how to explain this, in a different direction, different angle. Your hip flexors, if they're flexible, will be able to extend your leg further back so that you can touch your head. if that makes any sense. So it's like, it's really like a full body thing, and I just love it. Same with shoulders. I need to open up my shoulders more, to not completely, you don't want your bend to be completely in your lower back. It's got to be the whole entire back, you know? I just love it. Love it. Everything's symbiotic, working together. This is a really good day for my back in general. Like, still got a long way to go, but it's moving. I feel like things are getting better. If anything, like, I also try to appreciate that I still work out every month, you know, multiple times a week. This year was super incredibly hard for me, but like, still keep finding myself coming back to this, coming back, trying to be better, not plateauing, because I have plateaued many, many times when I was much younger, but now it's just like, sure, I fall off, but when I get back on, I am making sure that I'm improving. And delicately, though, I'm not like trying to go ham and rush into things. That's how I hurt my wrist. If anything, one thing I wish is that I could lift weights again, but it's okay that I can't. You know, I'm just happy that I can work out. But I did enjoy lifting weights. This is also when I was around 25 or 26, I started lifting, and I haven't been able to do that really consistently in years. But I like this too, because I feel, I want to say just as strong, but strong in a different way. Strong in a way that I think I probably prefer, because I was lifting weights for like shape, and that, but this is definitely like, I want to feel strong. I want to feel like active as I get older. I'm about to be 34 next month. So, you know, I really, really, really don't want to feel old. I don't care how old I get or look, but I don't want to feel it. Do you know what I mean? I'm this way about my body, my bones, and like my teeth. I don't want those parts of me to feel like old. Then it just put me down, you know? Because I think it's just like, I love the freedom of movement, and I also love eating. So if I can't enjoy those things, I'm ready to die. But yeah, this was a great workout. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy me talking, I also make a bunch of gaming vids on this channel. You can check them out.